Thanks for clicking on the video. Hit us with a like on Facebook, a subscribe on YouTube, a follow on Instagram. You can find us at HOMIEandTheDUDE. That is at HOMIEandTheDUDE. Thanks again. Enjoy the video.
Should we look at some of your stuff, dude? And then you can
By
talk
all
us
means,
through
yeah.
some stuff.
Talk us through this one, man.
Okay, yeah. So this, this is interesting, guy. This is on a guy called Phil, and we started. I think we started his back. I want to say maybe 4 or 5 years ago, and you know, this is a prime example of a client that I'm working with for for a long time. You know, we've got a personal relationship. He works as a he kind of works as a mental health nurse, and
Wow.
for Phil, a tattoo isn't, it's like a tattoo is an investment, and it requires not only just commitment and discipline, but it does require money. And and for some people, it's not always, the finances aren't always readily available. So for Phil, I know he comes every year around November time, and we tattoo him on and around his birthday, and it's kind of a gift to himself. I mean, I'm not sure if you can you scroll down just the comments for a second?
Yeah.
Just want I'm sure
There's a bunch in here.
oh, is that okay? He replied to someone on there, I'm sure sentiment in kind of okay. Yeah, and so like I say, so we've worked together for the past like 4 or 5 years, building this backwork, this back piece, and we're going to be taking it down onto the legs.
Wow.
That's kind of the next step in the journey. It's designed. I mean, when you talk about this sort of stuff being fringe 10 years ago or so, or more, Phil's been getting this type of work, as you can see from his arms, which was done by Curly actually. He's been getting this sort of work for a long time. He's that guy. He's into it.
Yeah.
He's about this sort of this movement, and he came to me with a very traditional kind of yap inspired back piece, which honestly I've not really changed all that much about it. I've used a very traditional kind of template for the back. I've added, I've kind of embellished it around the top in a way that's more idiosyncratic with my work, and then just made it. That's a case of just making it fit to his body the best I could. Finding the right lines, again, finding the right ratio of black to skin, and having that working throughout. Over his entire back and down onto his glutes. Like I say, with the intention, it was designed knowing that, okay, it could be a finished piece now and it fits good, but ultimately knowing that we're going to go down to the legs. So we've left some areas where we can tie the design in, and have it work, kind of have it work even better as what will eventually be for him a full bodysuit.
Do you have, so you said it's been a 4 or 5 year project. Let's say in year one, how much of what you have right now was, I'm sure it's evolved in an organic way and stuff has created itself through the years, and maybe even from now forward, how much do you guys have as far as a concrete idea of how this thing is going to look at the end?
No, we don't. Like, as in,
I mean, you have a style probably, right? But not the specific.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. The specific, and that's something that again would get worked out on the day together. We'd work that out, because honestly, like when I come, like I will view that with different. When I start one of his legs, a year from now or so, I'll have a different pair of eyes in my head than what they are today.
Nice.
That changes day to day, minute to minute, minute by minute. But I do trust my process on these things, so I know that I will look at it. I will take in the rest of his tattoos, the space that we're working with, and I'll come up with a design that fits with everything. I never want stuff to look ill-fitting or not sensitive to what's already there.
Yeah.
So once that time comes, it's that thing. I trust my process. I trust my kind of vision for these things, and I'll just build it off of what's already there. because I've already left the correct tie-ins.
Is this one of those where you've said, I'm never gonna do another fucking symmetrical piece again in my life?
Yeah, no, I don't think this one was. I don't think this one was too bad. I was kind
That's
of like,
pretty symmetrical though, dude. That is about as symmetrical as it gets.
Quickly
it's
before we move on to another one, dude, I wanted to ask, for this kind of piece, obviously something I know about tattooing is, especially for dudes, we got to shave because obviously tattooing with hairs is a no-go. So do you ask him to shave or do you shave him on the day? What's the shaving process?
Are you asking if I shaved his bum?
I'm asking how many hours you spent starting at the top of his back and then getting to the bottom.
Yeah. If people are super hairy, I might ask them to buzz it or whatever. But I just
nice.
I can whip through pretty quick with a shave.
Part of the service.
Exactly.
Hope you all enjoyed this pod clip. Hit us with the Holy Trinity. Go to our Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, which is at HOMIEandTheDUDE. Like, follow, and subscribe to all of those. And thanks again, guys. Have an awesome day.